Feel like Mary Poppins. Come, come, come. How are you, Marie? Come, come. How are you, Dagny?
Why do you have a dusty?
I am going to tell you. I have a whole thing. Good morning. How are you today? Come and join us. You want to sit next to me? Or you can sit right there. That's fine. Hi, girls. How's everybody today?
Good.
Well, I sure am glad you're here. So look what I have today. Do you know what it is?
It's a dusting broom-a-jigga thing.
It's a dusting jigga thing. Yes, it's a microfiber duster, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit today about cleaning. I have to admit I like to clean. Maybe don't tell Mr. Ray that, but I really do like to clean.
Mr. Ray.
Mr. Ray cleans our church. And this is a great little tool, even though it's pretty basic, because I can dust everything from my piano to my dog to the picture frames, right? And it's kind of long. I'm not a very tall person, so I can reach things up high that I can't reach without this. So it's pretty handy. It helps me get our house nice and clean. I particularly don't like clutter. You guys like clutter? So let's pretend you're doing your homework on your dining room table, and your homework's everywhere, and your Legos are everywhere. You can't really use it to eat your dinner, can you?
Yeah.
So it's nice to get it cleaned off, and then you can use your space the way you intend to, right? Well, we learn a story in the book of John about Jesus having to clean up the temple. The temple was a place where they went to worship God. That was their church, their sacred space. And Jesus comes to the temple one day, and there's people selling stuff, and they're trading, and there's money changers. And all this stuff is happening where you're supposed to be focused on the worship of God. It's like if you showed up for church here and we plunked Coconut Point right in our parking lot. Or where do you guys shop? Coastland Mall? Coastland Mall, right in our parking lot. That would be a little distracting, wouldn't it? You might rather go to the Disney store, or you might rather go get candy instead of coming into church and worshiping God. So sometimes clutter takes our focus off of what we really need to be focused on. And at times, all of us face that in our lives, right? We live very busy lives. We go from one activity to another. Your parents are busy, your grandparents are busy, everybody's busy. And that's not bad. It's not that we're doing bad things. It's that sometimes our hearts and minds get so filled up with other things that we forget to listen for the voice of God. So Lent is a wonderful time for us just to take a breath and to think about what we're focusing on in our life. To think about how we can make room to focus on God. And that's not always easy, because it's hard to give up this practice or that activity. But sometimes it's okay to be still and to think about what God is saying in our life. And to do that, we have to be willing to clean up the clutter a little bit, right? To free our hearts and minds up. Okay? So let's say a prayer. We'll go to Sunday school. God of all, you meet us in the midst of all of our busyness and our clutter, and you remind us that you're with us. Help us to clear our hearts and minds so we can focus on hearing your voice in our life. Amen. Okay.